Here is the latest update on what is going on in Israel. 8 days after the barbaric Hamas attack, in which more than 1,300 were massacred, 120 confirmed hostages in Gaza, and more than 3,000 injured. We found a top-secret document clearly showing that Hamas' goal was to murder as many people as they can. The document was dated as October 2022. Almost 2 years of planning and preparing, targeting cities, schools, and kindergartens, ordering to kill as much as possible and to take hostages. Lately, Hamas denies there were massacres of the civilians. They deny shooting people at the festival, beheading babies, and other war crimes. They blame the brutality on the Gazan civilians that came to the area through the fence breaches. This document, together with all the other evidence like videos, pictures, and testimonies from survivors, proves them wrong. The interrogations of the terrorists we capture support this document, and more unimaginable cruelties being committed by Hamas. Hamas is ISIS. It has to be destroyed. On Saturday, IDF ordered evacuation of most part of northern Gaza Strip, including Gaza City. That evening, Arab terrorists in Israel tried to attack Israelis at different locations: Judea and Samaria, in Jerusalem, and more. All terrorists were killed or arrested. Let's talk about Hezbollah. Friday night, 3 drones from Lebanon were intercepted by air defense over Haifa and Sheba Amr in northern Israel. IDF says it's also intercepted a missile fired at the drone. IDF targeted Hezbollah sites in response. Then in the morning, a group of Palestinian terrorists tried to cross the Lebanese border to Israel. All were eliminated. Afternoon, Hezbollah shot about 30 mortar bombs. Israel strikes back at Hezbollah target. No injuries on our side. Gazan reporting an Egyptian trucks building mounds to prevent Palestinians refugees to go in Egypt, and also put a big blocks of concrete. Additionally to all war crimes Hamas commits since it exists, like firing from civilian crowded areas, using them as a human shield, into civilian areas in Israel, which is triple war crime. Now they also prevent citizens to evacuate the area IDF going to strike. Hamas tries to convince the citizens to stay. It has also been reported that Hamas blocked the roads, which is another war crime. The main goals of Hamas doing this is to trying to stop the strikes because they know Israel is human and won't strike populated civilian areas. And if we will strike, Hamas will provide photos and videos of the poor victims being killed by cruel Israel. On this matter, I want to address an important issue. There are many pictures and videos of children allegedly killed in Gaza. As I said before, we inform Gazan civilians prior striking. So whoever been killed or injured decided to stay, knowing what is going to happen. But also I want you to take every photo or video with a grain of salt. Many of the pictures running on the social media claiming Gazan children being killed are fake. They bluntly lie about the place or the time of the event. To check the origin of the photo, you can use reverse image search. Just type on Google reverse image search and upload the media. Hamas is working very hard on 2 things: trying to repair the public opinion and their image, describing themselves as freedom fighters who fight Israeli cruel occupation, targeting only soldiers. And the second thing is to trying to prevent the IDF ground operation, spreading through the Arab media that their abilities wasn't heard by the strikes and they are ready with all their 40,000 troops for Israel to come. This is known tactic trying to prevent us from ground operation. We killed many Hamas operatives, including strategic leaders, destroying some tunnels and weapon infrastructures. Sunday, 15th of October, is 10th day. 5 times Hezbollah attacked Israel, 1 soldier killed and few injured. Every time Israel strikes back, 1 member of Hezbollah reported being killed. I don't know how it is going to end, but Hezbollah definitely trying to warm the border. Also, there are many times where infiltrations from the Lebanese border. Now about Hamas. About 12 times Hamas attacked from Gaza, no casualties, thanks God. We arrested 350 terrorists in Judea and Samaria since last Shabbat. Most of them were Hamas operatives. The internal news is the left wing is blaming Benjamin Netanyahu, thinking this is the best time to divide the people of Israel again. Israel is trying to do all the efforts to evacuate civilians from North Gaza, while Hamas doing everything to prevent people from leaving, including building barricades on the road. Yesterday I talked to Joel. He seems to be okay, strong and positive. Here we are, okay too. The guardians of the Moshav working non-stop to keep the city protected. The most devastating thing for me is that after all these years of fighting terror, doing all we can to solve the conflict the most peaceful way possible, including offering their own state many times and being rejected many times. All these years when Israel taking care of Arabs more than Hamas and Palestinian Authority care about their own people. Then getting this horrible massacre in which unimaginable crimes being committed to our babies. Israel still have to defend itself on the international front. After all the videos and photos being released, Israel asked to prove the massacre actually happened. Hamas pumping their lies, and there's actually people who believe them. After all the evidence of the atrocities those monsters did, all over the world there are protests to support Hamas. There are people who justify baby slaughtering by explaining how cruel Israeli occupiers brought it on themselves, and they are the ones to blame. Europe and USA, this is your wake-up call. Those people are savages and they live among you. Look what they support. How any human being can possibly support these horrible things? You don't have to be Jewish or Israeli. You just have to be human. I'll keep you updated, guys. Please keep praying for Joel for successful operation and destruction of Hamas. Please pray for poor hostages. Who knows what horrors they've been through right now. Israel is strong and we will win. God bless.